What is up, everybody? I'm Nolex Given, and today we're gonna play some more Fairytale Fables. Let's hop into it here. And actually, the previous Fairytale Fables video that I put out was also recorded today. Playing a bunch right now to potentially see if I'll be able to climb enough to get into tournaments this month, or maybe if not this month, maybe next month. I kind of touched on this topic a little bit in the previous video because I don't really expect to really cut my teeth and make a name for myself in the tournament series in really many things at this point. I think that there's just different strengths that I have that don't necessarily come out in the tournament structure, and I'm kind of like an entertainer, an educator, and I do think I'm competent at the games that I play, and I've certainly been a top player in a variety of different games. I'm just not necessarily chasing down tournament wins because I think that there's other people that are possibly better suited for that. But at the same time, competition gets the blood pumping, and that gets me interested in wanting to at least dabble in it. So the idea of tournaments, at the very least, has got me somewhat excited, even if I don't think I'll be able to compete with the best players in the game. I'll throw my hat in the ring here a little bit. Played Trophy Hunter the other day. This I've been seeing around because people can have multiple heroes, which is kind of crazy. The start of each fight, give your lowest attack characters +1 attack permanently. It's interesting. The first time you reach this, double the stats of your permanent, or double the permanent stats of your current characters. There's a lot going on with Hercules. You have to lose and you have to... But this seems good. This seems good right here. Now we could wake up a talking frog. That is pretty strong as well. And then there's a short sword. But I think I just want to go Smiling Sprouts with this bear skin. I think that's going to be the best route to me. But you know what? I can't pass up the talking frog. So we're going to do a lot with this shop, I think. We're going to basically hang out in this shop for most of the game. Maybe I could have taken the Smiling Sprout first, but having a big Freed Prince will mean that these buffs continue to go on the Sprouts, and I wanted to use that spell, and I didn't want to let that free spell plus the Freed Prince go to waste there. So we're going to pick up the Prince and get it popping here to kick things off. We can call it, which actually is not a terrible way to start this off either. But I think I just grab a short sword here. I think that that's pretty straightforward, and I do think that it makes a lot of sense to pick up a second Smiling Sprout. I think that that will give us a lot of different maneuverabilities. And then I'm going to try my best to keep the Sprout the smallest, but that gets hard to do because eventually you put enough buffs on it and then you triple it or something and it's no longer the smallest. Sorry, I can ready up here. I forgot that I already kind of just forgot about the ready button. Ready button's pretty cool and I think is a welcome addition to Fairytale Fables as opposed to Storybook Brawl. Definitely something that I think is just beneficial to everyone. There's no real reason to play it, right? There's no real reason to hit the ready button, but I think actually you are incentivized to hit it because I think if you and your opponent both hit it, then you actually get more time in the next turn shop. Just think about what I want to do with this calling it. And I think I will just put it on the Sprout here, and then I'll do a free roll, and we're going to triple the Sprout already. All right, fine. It's going to mean that our future triggers go onto the cat or the shield page or something, but I can't not lock onto this shop. I will keep the... Oh, wait. This is better. Okay, I was going to say, I'll keep the Demon's Deal so that way I can pick up the short sword next turn, but I can just buy the short sword right now, and that is much better econ-wise for me. This Smiling Sprout is quite large already, and now we're about to triple it, and it's just going to be our biggest character. So at that point, do we only play the Smiling Sprout? That is an interesting question. I am kind of into... I forgot we were leveling up this turn. So let's actually give it this. I only knew we leveled up because of these things right here. Free roll, Blizzard, hero has more attack. I'll take a free roll, please. I could bench a Snow White, or I could give my Smiling Sprout additional stats and then say that we are going to start pumping up this Ori. But if I'm gonna buy the Ori, I might as well buy Snow White. And Snow White on 3.0 is pretty good. And now here's what I'm thinking. What if we only play this Smiling Sprout in 814? That's pretty good, right? I can make it a little bit bigger even. Why not? So now this Smiling Sprout is going to continue to get a bunch of bonuses here. And I actually take a defeat. That's a little bit embarrassing. Okay, Chameleon is actually a great card to pivot onto and take our bonuses instead, which means we get to play everything this turn, and that everything is probably just going to be a Demon Sprite here. But I will actually pick up the Young Yellow Bark with the Smiling Sprout. That's going to be good. That will mean Young Yellow Bark gets the Chameleon's buff. I'm calling it the Chameleon's buff here. But I think that that's fine, and then I'm actually going to divvy up these treasures a little bit. Maybe I just give the Chameleon the sword for now, and we get a free roll and another free roll too. Not going to grab the Harbinger though. Let's just roll again, and I think I will lock onto a second Yellow Bark plus a different pair. At the very least, I'm locking onto this Yellow Bark. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my gold next turn, because I'm going to have 7 gold. I think I'm probably better off just rolling a few times, and actually using my hero power to pump up these Yellow Barks might actually be a reasonable use of my resources. Chameleon's going to fail there, which is possibly a good thing. And the Yellow Bark is already up to pretty great stats. Again, the Yellow Bark will get the buff. No way around that one. Then let's roll. Okay, we immediately triple the Yellow Bark, which means now Chameleon might be what gets the stats. We will also grab a tier 3 treasure from this, and then I will pick up... Oh, I can't pick up another Chameleon. Could lock onto the Chameleon though. My first character is plus 10 attack, is pretty good with these Chameleons, so I think I'm just going to grab that, lock it in, and I should have cycled through the board Farmer Boy. Didn't realize I was out of econ here. But now could do something like this. Yellow Bark looking to... Actually, they both get the buff. If they're tied, they both get the buff. No other way around that. I actually don't really want the Chameleon. Oh, look at this, baby. All 3 get the buff. Look at that strat. Now we're gaming. And I'm going to lock onto a second Chameleon because I think this Simple Dagger is quite good with a Chameleon here. I could do this, but I want this in the front line. So I'm going to put the Simple Dagger on the Sprout where it's basically wasted, and that's unfortunate. Chameleon, I think, did slay there, but it was either that or put the Freed Prince on it, and I wanted the Smiling Sprout in the front. So there was no real way around that. Give 100% of my stats to the leftmost character in your hand for the fight. for the fight. Not super exciting then. These are now all equal, so that's pretty cool. These will all get the bonus. We're definitely gaming today. That is fun. Longsword, kind of cool. I think we'll just do this for now, though. And then let's pick up some 4s. So, unspent, golden mana. Not extremely exciting. We've got a Rapunzel. Let's sell off the shield and let's worthy sacrifice this young parrot. Yep. Cool. One more roll after that. Not going to find anything, though. Okay, I think this is good. We are staying strong. Looks like Chameleon is pretty likely to slay there. We are going to get that. And the Yellow Bark even gets some additional stats there. So now Yellow Bark will no longer be receiving the boost every turn. But we find another Chameleon. We also find a Fluff. That's interesting. I mean, I think we should try to trigger this Dying Breath multiple times. I feel like this is at the very least gold well spent. Might as well play... Oh no, the Fluff is gonna get the... Fluff is gonna get the buff. Now this is 7, so I need to give this +1 in more stats. That ain't gonna happen. Radiant Fairy is like fine with the dagger. We can maybe do a little bit better. +7, +7, and another Chameleon. I mean, I'm gonna grab another Chameleon. I like the spider here as well, but next turn we're going to be level 5, which I think is what is making this Chameleon an interesting pickup for me. Could lock onto the milk in the bottle as well for the Chameleon, but I don't care too much about if the Chameleon works or doesn't work, and I'm just going to backline final slot the Yellow Bark. This looks like a good setup to me. So where are we in the turn, or in the lobby order? Pretty high, but most people are pretty high in this lobby. We're sitting on 24. I think that we are able to be pretty greedy because of just how much stats our Smiling Sprout has. That's allowing me to mess around with some other stuff, despite the fact that we are like playing greedy. We're also playing some pretty strong stuff on the board. Yeah, I mean, a pair's a pair, right? And I'd love to triple the Chameleon. That would be absolutely ideal. We've got a free roll to do it, so let's roll, baby. Triple the Chameleon or pair off the purple Fluff. 12 is my lowest, so that's some funky maths right there, too. Until I triple this Chameleon, and we do. So now Chameleon is not going to get the buff for being a 12. We can Baby Mimic into a potential 5. Each time we slay, I think we'll Baby Mimic, keep our options open going into the later stages of the game, and then I probably cap off my turn by spending this 2 gold for the curved sword and just make sure this Chameleon slays, and then whatever Chameleon turns into is going to be the build around path that we take. Similar to last game, this is how I like to play Fairytale Fables, aka Storybook Brawl. Try to do some funky stuff that gives me the opportunity to high roll. If you are a longtime viewer, you probably already know what I'm talking about, but take advantage of advantages so that way you can take advantage of silly ways to gain other strong advantages. What do we get? We get Dark Twig. Entrance, I gain +2/+2 for the fight for each time any of your characters had stealth during combat this game. I also give 80% of this buff to your other stealth characters. I don't really understand what it means by game. However, I think it makes sense to play a bunch of stealth characters here. I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'll try it out. Hermes Blessing. Oh, this thing has no stats when it's not here? That's silly. I can do better than Hermes Blessing, I think. No stealth just yet. I'm seeing some other good characters that I'm kind of interested in, though. That's Slay. Okay, so I think I just take stealth characters, yeah? Not, like, entirely sure. But I think it's a fine place to start. Wow, a pair of corgis is pretty cool. I'm also just going crazy with the purple fluffs. We are spending a little bit more time on level 5 next turn. But I'm not sure... Wait, this thing has no stats. This thing is a 2/2. It's gotta be good. If it's a, like, if it has no starting stats, it's gotta be a good card, right? Okay, now this also has stealth, and it gives something stealth. First character on the left. Let's cut a purple fluff, I think, and maybe give this thing stealth. I'm not sure. So entrance, I think I just gave this stealth, yeah? I'm not sure if I did or not, because this only said 3. I think this is going to be like a pretty aggressive way to take over the lobby, though. I don't think this gains stealth. What if I do this? Oh, it is... Well, I don't know what these are. This just means upgraded, right? I don't think this is granting stealth in this way until I play it right here, but maybe that does it. I probably do take the purple fluff triple. Might as well hit level 6, actually. It's going to be no mana this turn or next turn. But now I can find a level 6 things. 5 gold to grab a doubled up treasure. Either that or I'm just like looking for more dark twigs. Let's look for more dark twigs. So if I give something stealth, then it can gain a bunch of stats from Dark Twig, which could be good on something like the Phoenix. It's also something worth considering, but I think right now I'm looking for stealth and I'm looking for the weapon that gives stealth. I think those are going to be the strongest things I can do. Looks like nothing here. Does this give stealth? No. Slay, slay. Change my hero. This is the fluff leader. I could go crazy with fluffs. It seems like a little bit of a... I don't want to say it's a throw, but it seems like giving up on a lot of what I have, which is this Dark Twig, but at the same time, like... This has got to be good, right? Double fluff leader. I only have one fluff. Let's keep it rolling here. No stealth, so nothing to do with all of this. I'm just not sure that I want a level 5 treasure doubled up. We can take a look at the level 5 treasures. But my hunch is that like many of them don't really do that much from doubling. Rose gold is fine. But like tier 6 treasures have got to do some funky stuff. Double your auras. All of that seems really great. So let's try there. Again, I don't know if this gains stealth. I was not paying attention that fight. But I think I just want more dark twigs. That's Slay. I will also probably miss the item that gives stealth just because I'm not fully, like, used to looking for items. So here is the treasure that I was, spell that I was talking about earlier. It's not worth it this turn because I don't have any mana, but it could be worth it to eat up my Smiling Sprout later on here. $18 attack. Yeah, it's a full roll down for me this turn, Mirror on the Wall, which is unfortunate because I spent all of my... Or I spent the time to level up. What does this mean? Give stealth to the first character on the left. That's got to just mean this, right? It doesn't mean whatever is... It probably means this. It probably means whatever is directly left of Matt here. Let's watch this fight and see if this Smiling Sprout... Or you know what? Let's do it like this. See if this gives the Smiling Sprout stealth. Which would mean that my Puff gets attacked into every time. Alright, this definitely got stealth. Yep. %, of this buff. Oh, wait. Oh, this number is continuing to go up. For each time any of your characters had stealth during combat this game. Okay, wait, no. This is busted. We are staying this course because game does actually mean game. I wasn't sure if it would or not. We are literally... We're going crazy, and now we're full build, and I think this is, like, unstoppable. Yeah, there's the stealth treasure. We're gonna have to sell out of some things, but it is probably pretty versatile to... give them 70% of their attack? What the hell does that mean? We can just give anything stealth here, though, which seems kind of incredible, but you know what? This is too expensive. I could find more Shadow Lords or more Dark Twigs. Is this a real card, or, like, can I, like, only get this from True Love's Kissing? That's almost what it feels like. Still got room for one more spot on the board. We'll throw in a fluff for now. Don't really want... Okay, another Dark Twig. Seems bonkers. Double my aura. I don't have any other auras, though, that I care about. We're looking at entrances. So let's just sell out of these. I will keep my weapon, and I'll buy another Dark Twig. And I think this is crazy good. I could lock onto Circe's Cup here because I think I win this fight, and then I think we're in the finals. So let's see how crazy this gets. These numbers are now going to get to, like, yeah, 16. All of my cards have stealth, so they have to attack them. And I just have way too much. I take out Tink here, and now I move on to... Oh, not quite the finals. I don't want to do this. Let's keep rolling. New you. I've still got the yellow young bark. Dark Twig is what is eating up my bear skin right now. No way around that, though. 19 different stealth cards. Yeah, this is definitely busted territory. Busted and makes me feel good here. Shadow Lord, I think, plays... I think I just do this so that way Smiling Sprout continues to just get the stealth back on itself. Or we triple this and actually make use of the baby mimic. That also seems fantastic. That could be pretty good too. Oh yeah, we could always take these stats off of the sprout as well. Forgot about that. Piece of candy. Multiplying permanent attack by 2 doesn't do too much for me. And HP does not do too much for me. And dying breath. You know what? I think I like this. I think I like this having ranged and attacking first. That makes sense to me. Could pick up a celery tea or at least lock onto it. Just in case we see somebody else pop off here. Yeah, let's lock onto it just so that just so we have it. But really looking to triple Shadow Lord next turn, or potentially like Matt, maybe. But realistically, trying to triple Shadow Lord next turn and get a tier 6 treasure doubled up. But yeah, these numbers are getting crazy out of hand. And now they're at 30, so everything gets plus 60, more or less. Now we're in the finals. Let's just keep rolling. That didn't seem like it was particularly close. That's definitely been the feeling of these recent... Alright, so now let's do this and this. Hopefully the internet connection is fine. And we'll finish off with a fireball. So, I don't know, maybe my opponent, like, quit or something. Maybe that's what that means. Or maybe I did lose my internet. That's also certainly possible. What I've been finding recently, I'll refresh the game in 90 seconds, but after I finish making this point, I feel that recently I haven't been able to use, I've like picked up a baby mimic and then just never used it because the lobbies are ending so quick. And I think that's probably just a result of having a lower MMR than my skill would actually suggest and playing around mostly like bots and ghosts and things that don't put up as much of a fight. So I think that's mostly what we're seeing here. But it could also mean that the game is a little bit faster and things like this where you try to do some crazy high rolls aren't that important. I don't think that that's the case though because of all the ties in the early game. I think that I'm playing it appropriately considering all of that. I just think that we are potentially better than the ghosts that I'm playing against. I'm trying to not... Like, it's awkward because I want to say, yes, I'm good without saying other people are bad, but it's all relative too, you know? There's definitely probably a few hundred people at this game much better than I because I'm not that experienced, but I'm experienced for how inexperienced my MMR would suggest, you know? So let's see, are we going to get in the fight? Looks like we will get a battle here, and my Dark Twigs get to go a little bit crazy, and that'll be enough to possibly get me the one-shot here. No, not quite the one-shot. We hit him down to 9. So we got one more battle left to fight, and we could use another Core Fusion for plus 30. I think that my coin is better spent elsewhere, though. Celery tea, kind of cute. I'm just going to roll and try to triple Shadow Lord, though. Let's do it up. Another Oblivion Seeker. I guess I could have also tried to triple the tea, huh? Mirror on the wall. Not too terrible. I'll go first. Why not? A crab. Do you think the Brave Little Trader's also good? But I don't really think any of this matters. So we'll roll it down. Another Dark Twig. I mean, I gotta put this thing in. So Yeah, I mean, I don't think I need a second Shadow Lord. They get 70% of their attack. Oh, this gives me more stealths, though, so I actually do want it. And do I want a Lightning Strike here? Sell off the Cursed Sword, sell off the Yellow Bark, do a bit of a Lightning Strike, and seems great. Fire Mage is actually probably worth locking onto. Giving that stealth, I think, means that it gets the Dark Twig bonuses. But either way, everything here getting plus 160. What's 80% of 160? That's about 120. So yeah, these are some pretty good numbers. There you go. I might have even not done that math correctly, but sometimes you don't need math. That is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.